know how we say, if a space starts to feel personal, you're underneath it. It's become bigger than us. If we feel it's really, really personal, like I'm talking, like really gets under your skin or really hurts your feelings or really feels scary, whatever, right? If you're experiencing those emotions, just remind yourself, this feels very personal. Okay, hold on a second. I'm not allowing all of me to experience this with me. I've gotten away from, I've separated myself out from my wholeness, and I've decided to walk all by myself in my now version, separating myself from my sovereign power. If you can remind yourself of that in that moment, you can then step back, right, as the grand observer. And when you step back, you're not under it anymore. When you step back, your vantage point, the way you look at it, the way you feel about it starts to change. Now allow yourself that word and then put it in bold. I've been working on PDFs for weeks. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for these things to be done. But I'm so used to like taking the little cursor and highlighting the words and then hitting the B. You make it bold, right? So I want you to do that right now to the word starts. But when you realize it's gotten too personal for you, then that's your flag. Hold on a minute. I let myself get underneath this. The experience is not bigger than me. I'm sovereign. I'm a whole divine being. I'm going into my whole divine being and looking at it. And then it starts to get different. And I didn't say better, did I? I said different. Because that's a PowerPoint on our part as well. Different allows you the space for neutrality. Different allows you the space to be unattached to the outer directing the inner. Different is a word that's just kind of, could go either way. And no matter what way it goes, if you are allowing different, you are not attaching. And that's a really big point, because flow does not attach. That's why it's called flow, right? Water flowing through a river, even when it comes up to a boulder or a tree or whatever's in the water, it just finds a way and keeps moving and goes right around it and keeps being its form that it is of water. Sometimes those spaces make the water come even at more of a surge or a burst or a strength. Have you ever noticed that? There'll be some rocks or something in the water, and the water's kind of moving along at a certain pace. And then when it hits those and it has to shift or maneuver itself around them, it actually picks up strength. So just keep that in mind as you're navigating and being this higher space of you, that if it ever feels too personal, you're up underneath it. And you can stay there if you want. You can live there. It's your option. It's just a different option. I didn't say it's a bad option. I said it's a different option. Do you notice how I'm asking you to have more neutrality? Because the observer has neutrality. So when you decide and you flow in the space that you have decided to flow in, the decision of the space you have chosen will have, I don't want to use this word, but it's a very good word, impact on your flow. It will have a connection with the way in which you flow, but you still have the choice if you don't like the impact on the flow. You have the choice to shift, to pivot, to maneuver, to step back, to gain a better understanding, a clearer, I should say, understanding, to allow yourself to then navigate accordingly. So unending blessings upon you all, divine and holy ones. Unending.